Hello tacticians, I'm Nicholas, game designer on Lord of the Rings Rise to War. I've been told that most of those mysteries lie in this red book. Let us see together. As you can see, I now have a magic tablet and a magic pen. Let us discover the story of this new season in a very special way.
Dear tacticians, I am the One Ring. No man, no woman also, dwarf, elf or orc can hold the power to resist me. Soon Sauron, in all his fairness, shall join with me, and together we shall conquer this world. Leave Mr. Frodo alone!
Help! The end.
I was forged in Mount Doom, and only there can I truly be destroyed. In this new campaign, it will be up to the forces of evil to protect me from the fire of Mount Doom as the forces of good try to destroy me. Recall with me memories past from the Fellowship, such as, there's some good in this world and it's worth fighting for. You have my soul, something, whatever, I don't care. And also, Dark Lost Sauron quote like, don't blame me for the lack of quotes. But yeah, this new season will be following a story you are all familiar with.
The Lord of the Rings, Rise to War!
This season, tacticians will participate in epic good versus evil battles based on groups they've selected. You can choose between good, evil, or Gollum? Nah, but seriously, the last option will randomly assign you to good or evil. After being assigned to good or evil, you will be further separated into 4 factions. Those 4 factions within good or evil will be considered close allies. Due to this, you will be able to join a warden or fellowship across those different factions. For example, dwarves and elves, who are often seen as enemies, will be able to join beneath the banner of a single fellowship this season. While good and evil will have an overall size cap this season, the factions inside of them will not. So if they really want to, every single person from one side could get into the same faction. This season, the game will revolve around the Fellowship journey to destroy the One Ring. Also, this time, the Fellowship will just simply walk into Mordor. Good players will be protecting the Fellowship as they travel across the map, ensuring that they arrive at Mount Doom before time runs out. Good player will also be responsible for defending their own major cities during this time. You shall not pass. Evil players will need to prevent the Fellowship from reaching Mount Doom until the end of the timer, while also capturing major cities belonging to the good faction. Saruman has prepared his fighting Uruk-hai and many orcs and will be waiting ahead for your forces. Defend the forest. Who was that? Maybe it was one of the new commanders joining the battle this season. The Fellowship's journey is divided into 3 phases. The departure from Rivendell and the arrival at Argonath are set as dividing points between those different phases. During Phase 1, tacticians will be developing just like in previous seasons. Good and evil factions will be able to fight freely without affecting the Fellowship's progress. So, seems like Rohan will still be able to send Eowyn to kill the Witch King this time around. Once Phase 2 begins, there will be 2 values directly affecting the season's progress: speed and corruption level. The Fellowship's speed will accelerate or decelerate based on whether good or evil are in control of major cities along the route to Mount Doom. Additionally, scouting camps can be established along the roads of the region that the Fellowship travels through, as well as those of adjacent regions. Those scouting camps, also affect progression. There's also going to be a secret way for good players to slightly accelerate their progress in Phase 2. All they have to do is occupy a specific target before Phase 2 begins. The answer to finding the target is in the original trilogy. I recommend looking back over the story for the best chance of finding it. I have high hopes that you will find it quickly. The evil side's corruption level will begin to accumulate once the Fellowship reaches way the top, or more specifically, after Frodo is stabbed by the Morgul blade. The corruption level will gradually increase throughout Phase 1 until Frodo arrives in Rivendell for treatment. In Phase 2, evil players will be able to further increase the corruption level by capturing major cities. Evil will win if they can successfully max the Fellowship's corruption level before reaching Mount Doom. Good job! Why is my pen out of control?
My precious!
If no side wins in Phase 2, Phase 3 will now begin. At this point, the Fellowship will be divided into 3 teams. All 3 teams will share the same corruption level. Each of the teams will take a different route to Mount Doom. If any team manages to successfully reach it, the good side will win. Tacticians have been complaining that evil faction may have been too underpowered. Well, do not worry. Sauron himself will soon be arriving to lead all evil players to victory. Once evil players' ring reaches level 20, they will gain access to a temporary commander, Sauron himself, in his Dark Lord armor, usable only in this campaign. Sauron's power will be directly linked to the level of your ring. However, he will still be restricted by stamina. Angmar will not be a playable evil faction in this campaign. Due to this, any evil player regardless of faction will be able to recruit their Tier 4 unit, the Fallen. Well, that's all for now on new content. Whether from books or movies, Middle-earth has moved our hearts and stirred passions. I believe that, just like me, many tacticians have imagined standing on Minas Tirith's highest tower, looking out over Middle-earth, overlooking Barad-dûr on the wings of eagles, hearing the war cries of the Bornholm cavalry, or the whisper of the ring wraith that sends shivers down your spine. Tacticians, if you really had the opportunity to come to Middle-earth, what kind of person would you be? Would you seek to be an adventurer that saves the world, or a vengeful tyrant? Although the story for this campaign update is based on the original The Lord of the Rings trilogy, this time around, the pen is in your hands. Thank you.